What's up, YouTube? It's me, your boy, Ginjaaa. I don't like the hard R. And today we're talking about Avatar. No, not that Avatar. And not that Avatar. Definitely not that Avatar. But this Avatar. Who is it? Who's the culprit? Okay. I'm not playing Rust. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm an Avatar expert by any means. I actually never even really watched the cartoon as a kid. And before you go and yell at me in the comments, I saw like 10 episodes of the show as a kid, okay? I was busy outside touching grass. I was actually inside playing Call of Duty. But anyways, I feel like Avatar is one of those shows that you didn't even have to watch and you know everything about it. Because even though I didn't watch the cartoon growing up, I know all the characters and I know the plot. Or at least I think I know the plot. And before I start the video, there will be spoilers. This is your spoiler warning. So if you haven't watched Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix, keep watching my video. So do as you wish with the information you've been given. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn those notifications on. Because look, guys, the economy's bad, the housing market's bad. I'm almost 30, I live at home with my parents, and I really hope this YouTube thing takes off for me. I saw the live action of Avatar: The Last Airbender back in 2005. But that's not what this video is about. The 2005 Avatar movie was bad, and I knew that movie was going to be bad in the first 5 seconds when they pronounced the character Ung instead of Aang. I didn't even watch the cartoon like that, and I knew his name was Aang.
They want you to be their Avatar.
They could have let me make the movie, and my version probably would have been closer to the actual cartoon, and I didn't even watch it. I saw like 10 episodes, and there's no real reason I didn't watch it, but I kind of felt the same way I felt about anime, where I loved anime growing up, like Case Closed, aka Detective Conan, Rurouni Kenshin, Inuyasha, Trigun, Dragon Ball Z, if that counts. But the reason I got out of anime when I was younger is because I just thought it was too long. Like, I love investing myself in characters and stories, but I'm not gonna wait a decade to figure out how this show ends. And I kind of felt that way with Avatar, so I got like 10 episodes deep, not in order. Anyways, I decided to watch a new Netflix show. I heard a lot of people say it was good, and I heard people say that fans of the show were gonna hate it. And I decided to watch it because I was like, there's no way it's worse than what came out in 2005. And I was right. I give this show an 8 out of 10. I watched the first episode and I was like, this is the most corny, childish, worst CGI I've ever seen in 2024. But then I saw Princess Yu and Suki. And I was like a 13-year-old who just downloaded Fortnite. Locked in. Lag. But yeah, I saw those characters and I was locked in for obvious reasons. And the show and story sucked me right in. And from what I know of Avatar, it seemed like it was pretty spot on to me. Now, I didn't do any research on what they changed from the cartoon to the show. I really want to research that, and I probably should have did that so I can inform you guys. But that's not the content we make here. So yeah, I ended up binge watching the entire season in like a night or two. And I genuinely got upset when I got to the last episode because it left me wanting more. And that's what a good show is supposed to do. So after thinking for a while, like a whole 2 minutes, I decided to give the show an 8 out of 10. The reason the score isn't higher is because whoever wrote the dialogue of this show needs to be fired. There is so much dialogue in the show that is just so unnecessary and so unorganic. Nobody is going to talk the way the characters talk in this show. And 100% the characters only talk like this so they could tell you details of the story. That a good show should just show you the details of the story. They shouldn't have to verbally say it. But look, I get it. A bunch of kids are going to watch this show and they need to be told what's happening. I'm watching the show being like, oh, you can tell that she's going to be a bad character. And then she comes out and she's like, I'm a bad character. We saw that. You don't need to tell me. And look, you should never judge somebody's physical appearance because that's not right. And you know what else is wrong? Having Aang's bushy eyebrows staring you in the face the whole time you're watching a show. I get it, your main character is 12 and he has to be bald and have a cool tattoo on his head. Also, Aang referred to his thing on his forehead as a tattoo. And like me and you, we know it's a tattoo. But in the cartoon, did they refer to it as a tattoo? I don't think so. I could be wrong. What do I know? Anyways, I get that your main character is a 12-year-old bald kid, but it is a crime to not shave down those eyebrows a little bit. Also, something I really didn't like about the story is Aang's reaction to finding out that he's the Avatar. Like, he was really like, what? I'm the most important person in the world and I'm different and special and unique compared to every other kid? Boo-hoo, poor me. Every 12-year-old kid wants to feel special. Every 12-year-old
That shit
kid.
was easy to.
Your mom's easy. Every 12-year-old kid fantasizes and daydreams all day long about having special superpowers. And then you got Ung over here being like, nah, double it and give it to the next person. Give me the avatar powers. Let me be a special little boy. Please stash house over shipment. Please stash house over shipment. Please stash house over shipment. I don't want to play shipment. Please. Please. No. No, stash house. I also had a few things to say about Katara, but in the very little research that I did do, I saw she was 17. How old is the character that plays Suki? 24! I can keep those comments in. Another thing about this show that kind of caught me off guard was Sokka's character. Kaka. This man literally hopped on a side quest with his sister and Aang, and then single-handedly bagged every baddie that came in his sight. How did he get these girls? Within 10 minutes, he's locking lips with Princess Yu. And then she sacrificed herself right after. Which honestly makes sense, because I feel like she only kissed Sokka because he's mid and she was only going to live another 2 minutes anyways, and she just wanted to kiss a boy or something. And it also makes sense that Suki kissed him because her mom won't let her leave the island, and he's the first boy to come on the island. That looks different. I also heard that he lied about being indigenous for the role. He's a white boy conquering these women, and it shouldn't be allowed. I should have auditioned for that role. Instead, I'm in my room playing Call of Duty, lagging. I watched, what, 9 hours of this show? And all I did was watch Aang blow air. Just... He is the Avatar. And I watched, what, like 9 hours of this show, and I didn't see him move a pebble? I didn't even see him spit water from his mouth. And I thought the whole point of the journey was for Aang to learn the different elements and become the Avatar, the master of all 4 elements. There's actually 5 elements. Ether is the 5th one. For Aang being the almighty Avatar, he did the least amount of bending out of everybody in the show. Whatever. The scene where Aang let a fish take over his body and the fish absolutely demolished the entire Fire Nation was pretty cool. The effects were nice. Aang inside his little circle inside the giant fish water monster where he's just like... And they don't know if they can get him back from the spirit world. Was pretty cool. Is that a kill streak? I'm about... I am literally a sweat. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. Anyways, let me know. Did you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix? If you did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you watch the cartoon when you were younger? And who's your favorite character? Mine's Suki. All I hope is that season 2 is less corny and we see way more Suki. And that they trim down Aang's eyebrows a little bit.